Welcome back to Wooded Lake Adventures. We just have a little bit of a recap video for today. It's been about a year since we purchased the Wooded Lake property and started our whole YouTube channel. While we've gotten a good deal of work done during this time, we haven't completed as much as we would have hoped, but I guess that's kind of really always the case with any construction projects. As we sit here by the fire, I figured I'd just, take a little bit of a trip down memory lane over the past year or so. For starters, we roughed in a driveway so all vehicles could pull off the road and into our property, not just, our trucks with four-wheel drive and a little bit of a lift on them. We didn't really want just a small driveway, though. We wanted a driveway wide enough to get in with our truck and trailers so we could, easily get in and out and not have an issue. Additionally, we needed space for trucks to come and go as we were working on the pole barn, having supplies delivered, whether it was equipment or our roof trusses or anything like that, whether we were having the drilling truck coming in for drilling our well, whether we had our truck come and bring our septic tanks in, equipment for digging those, all those kind of things. We needed a big enough driveway to allow access for all those vehicles. Many videos documented the work we did for the driveway. While the driveway really isn't 100% completed, right now, it's probably as complete as it's going to be until some more of the construction work is done. We don't really want to have it destroyed as equipment's driving over it, so we'll leave it as is for now. And come spring, we'll go ahead and add, a nice base coat, use our land plane, get everything smoothed out, nicely cleaned up, and roll it down, and it should be good. Once the driveway was constructed, it was basically time to prepare for the pole barn, so we contracted someone to do that site preparation. As the site came together, we really started to realize just how much change in grade we had and what work we still had to do after the pole barn was up. We've done some of that grading, moving dirt from one side to the other. However, there's still a lot more to do. We've done some of the drainage work, allowing the water to drain off of the high side, and out around the back of the pole barn, so it's not running across the front and the driveway and just standing puddling anywhere. But more work means more seat time on our equipment and more videos. After the site was cleared, we realized how much wood was now stockpiled to process into firewood. Future videos will be sorting the logs for indoor use versus outdoor use, stacking them off the ground, cutting them up, splitting them up, and getting everything ready for firewood. Not just the tree trunks, though, we have. We have lots of piles of branches that we need to chip up and get cleaned up. So the chips will be nice for, a surface for our trails or even along the side of the driveway just to keep a little mud off there for walking anywhere. We plan to do a lot of those trail building for walking trails as well as ATV trails sometime next spring and summer. The fastest portion of our development thus far was the construction of the pole barn. After delays getting the project off the ground, which seems to be the norm nowadays for the construction industry, the structure was up in less than a week. The build process was fairly well documented in other videos on our channel. The company we contracted with for the pole barn and their crew were fantastic to work with. After the pole barn structure was built, we needed to run some plumbing in the floors, for floor drains, drain lines for the bathroom, vents for the toilet, washer, dryer, etc., utility conduits for the well coming in, for the electric going out to the septic, all kinds of things like that. The concrete, unfortunately, for the floor of the pole barn was delayed, but that may have been a blessing in disguise. It allowed us time to get all those drain lines and conduit lines run. Once the concrete pour was done and the floor had cured, we were able to have our overhead doors installed. Finally, the building was closed in. We don't have our septic system fully installed yet. However, we've completed the system design phase, had our permits approved, and the contractor started the process. The constant rain at the end of the summer and through the fall has not really helped get this process going. It keeps getting delayed. Hopefully the project will move to complete soon as the rain lets up. We trenched for our well ourselves, and the well was dug, and it's now operational. We don't have electric, so it's only running on generator while we wait for the electric hookup. Regarding electric, we have our project work order in place with the utility company, and our project has gone through its design phase. We've started digging a trench and installing conduit, and then we need to wait for the utility company to actually run the wire. Inside the pole barn, we now need to move on to framing, insulation, and interior work, getting utilities and plumbing going. More projects for future videos. While we've done a lot of work, not everything has been work at the Wooded Lake property this past year. We spent time on the pond, paddling around, watching fish swimming, beavers going by, tadpoles, sitting by the pond just listening to the ducks and just enjoying the view, or relaxing by the campfire in the evening, or cooking some wonderful food over the fire. We've gone on many hikes exploring the property and spent a good deal of time just watching the wildlife that makes our property its home. What a year it's been. Hopefully our channel continues to grow and our work and fun continues. At this point, for next year, we see our building finishing up, hiking and ATV trails being built, a firewood yard being set up, lots of firewood splitting, and hopefully some selling. Removal of the old buildings on the property, cleanup throughout the woods, and more time just enjoying the woods and the pond. As always, thank you for watching this video and all of our past videos. Please give our video a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and leave us a comment. Thank you.